expected today to be, but this is for sure a good start for us.
How do we reflect on the madness that unfolds before our eyes just now?
Well, to like draw the curtain back a little bit, like on our role of things, we sometimes change the way we do things on desk when something crazy happens. We changed like everything all the time. It's like, wait, wow, they just won game one. Wow, that was a stomp. We really come to us. We want to talk about this, and then hot dog things. Anyway, the stuff happened. Then we come here as well. It's like, wow, we're not planning for like a game 3 or anything. We're just here. It felt like you guys did really well at kind of taking opportunities that was given to you, and that feels like it's a really hard skill to use when you go into this level of play as well. It's not the same as ERLs, right?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, the opportunities you get are way lower. Like, especially as Vi, when I play the champ, I see enemies making less mistakes. They respect way more on the waves and all that. I think generally as a team, we're really looking for those plays, maybe sometimes even too much. That's why sometimes I might hint a bit, right? But yeah, that was really fun to play those games.
Something that we often say about rookie players is that there's a level that you can display in ERL. It's usually completely different from what you can do in LEC, as you just said. And you joined a roster that was struggling so hard in winter that for me, it is impressive to come this strong and with this level of confidence. So tell me about communication, especially in those clutch moments, especially in this game too, because you had to fight for it.
Yeah, for sure, game 2 was not easy. About communication, I feel like everyone gives his input. We are like all talking a lot about how to win, how to play, and I don't feel like anyone was nervous. At least for me on my side, since SK last didn't have the best results, I feel zero pressure. I'm just playing however I want. If I look bad, that's whatever. So I think it helps us a lot actually not having pressure and just playing.
Amazing.
You were just saying that, you know, Kedui said it on stage, so you can say it here. Practice wasn't going well either, so you came in with no results. Practice is not great. How do you maintain a good mindset when that's kind of your background to these games?
Well, something really important to know is that practice and official are literally different games, right?
Oh, yeah.
The scrim games have nothing to do with this. You have like 10 kills at mute 10, you know, everyone's fighting.
25 stack Magi.
Exactly, all of those. While in stage, people are like, for example, from jungle perspective, people are doing going about full clears. They're less aggressive with the ganks, all of that. I feel like you're more into a calm game. I feel like when it's this kind of games, it's really easier to win, I guess, for us.
You are the Kia player of the series.
Oh, really?
Yeah, best performance.
You play really well. Don't be
fans.
surprised.
Yeah. I mean, you seem surprised. So tell me about the result, the fact that fans loved your debut performance, and also clapping Razork, who's been one of the top junglers we had for years.
Yeah, for sure. Razork is a really good player. Yeah, I'm surprised because I thought I had a good game 1, but game 2 was a bit of a roller coaster, right? I think my team played really good in the end and I got carried. But yeah, I'm really happy. I think a lot of people could have got it in my team, honestly. Like through comms and through plays, I think all of my teammates played good.
Yeah, all of you guys played good, honestly. Like a great comeback to the LEC today for SK Gaming. But you were not a player that I expected to see in the league, honestly. When I see the roster shuffles between everything, you were in KC Blue, in the NFL. Tell me about off-season, SK reaching out and you joining this league.
So basically in off-season, SK reached out to me when we were in LFL playoff, like close to finals, and said that they were really interested in my profile. And at first, it wasn't an obvious choice for me. I had to think about it, because we won LFL with Carmine, right? We're in a really good spot, and leaving a winning team to a losing team is never easy. But after thinking a bit and talking to some friends, I just thought that I had to make this jump, that I had to finally go to LEC and try to prove myself there. Because winning ERL doesn't matter that much, right? After you win LFL, even if I win another split, if in the end I don't accept those LEC offers, I can never prove myself. So that's why in the end I decided it was probably the best option.
And I think particularly when you look at the ERL player jump, we have a big variety of results. Not everyone can be Yike. Sometimes you end up as that player that comes in for a split, even though you were hyped, and then actually your reputation gets a bit of a hit because actually you're on a Stone Dead last team, you don't perform very well, and you fall out of the radar. So, I mean, honestly, serious credit for taking a risk. We'll see how that plays out. Obviously, today was great. We were saying we really love the way that you're playing the Vi, leading with the Q flash, great combos from that. Sometimes that stuff falls out of your head when you reach the top place. Oh, God, I'm on stage. I've got to make the right mechanical plays. So, yeah, taking that risk. Honestly, big props to that. It is not an easy thing to do.
Thank you, thank you.
I have one question on Naafiri, because we've been waiting all weekend to see this champion. No, I mean, we had Nymaera in a hot dog costume because of how bad the champion was.
Don't watch it back.
What do you think of the champion for the first time we saw it in LEC? Obviously not ideal situation, but like, is it going to be one of those, maybe the champion is strong in other leagues or in scrims and maybe not in LEC? What do you think?
I mean, I watched LPL and it looked really strong there.
Yeah.
But we know that LPL is a lot of fighting, right? So it's combined. Also in scrims, it's a champ that's really high prio. I'm not sure how much I can say about the champ, otherwise my coach will kill me. But
I can say some stuff if you want on that then, because it feels like the Fnatic game, they weren't leading with another champion to allow the Neferi in. That felt like a big problem. Like, whereas you can't play it like the Vi. That was a big thing that I noticed.
Yeah, for sure. I think the way the play Neferi was not the best. Like, Razor couldn't find those early fight and skirmish, so it was a hard game for him, to be honest. But I don't think the champ is weak. I think played good around. It's quite a strong champ.
Boukada, we've talked about junglers in the league. A lot of prospects from Yikes joining into Skimong also, who was from the LFL. You're the latest addition. What do you want to be remembered as a jungler?
Oh, that's a hard question.
That's what I'm here for.
I think about a great player, obviously. Someone that is a good teammate, a great player that's not scared to play as well, right? I really want to take those risks, like on the Vi, engage, play. I'm not the kind of player that want to just AFK farm and see my team winning or losing. I really want to make the difference. So I guess that's it.
Nymaera, when you see Boukada, his playstyle and what we saw from him today, name me one jungle champion that we don't see often that you think would fit him well. I'm putting all of you guys on the spot here.
I don't know, man. It's like, why would you ask me that? I mean, don't see often. I'm thinking about the meta, so I was saying, like, oh, Pantheon, sure, full send.
I'm just thinking that Razork and Skimon both told me that with the meta right now, there's a lot of diversity in the jungle. So I'm just waiting to see how far we can push that.
You said you watched a lot of LPL. We don't see this a lot in Europe. Where's the Jax jungle? See a Shinzao lock in, the Jax jungle counter. I think that will work you really well. Full sender, play for the carry, let's go.
Yeah,
Jax jungle.
There's one way, and it is for... He can't say anything.
He can't say anything.
In the coming weeks. Okay, I'm going to bail you out here, and we're going to talk about the schedule, because your next game is going to be on the second day of week 2, and it's going to be against BDS.
Okay.
We saw them playing... Wait, what am I? No, I'm not saying this. Okay, you will play against BDS. They will play on day 1, though. But tell me about the schedule. Any matchup that you're hyped about here when you see those lineups?
I guess the BDS Casey will look fun because I think both junglers are really good players.
Yeah.
Like Cake and 1-3 are two junglers I think highly of. So yeah, I guess that one. I want to see the jungle matchup.
And what about BDS and you the day after that? What did you think of their comeback in the LEC against Rogue?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
But I really like the way they play. I really like Boom and Nidalee. I think he's really good at this champ. And I think he's the kind of player that's really bring aggressive in early game, right? He'll take those risks, he'll do those invades, things that we don't see a lot from every junglers.
Yeah.
So it's always fun to play against him.
As we're wrapping this week, let's take a look at the standings. We have them behind us here. It's hard because some teams are going to play twice during the week and some teams are only going to play once. What have been the biggest surprises this week, Nymaera? Outside of the 2-0 from SK that we just saw now, because that's the easy one.
That one's the low-hanging fruit. I think probably Koi looking as shaky as they did. I think I expected them to hit the ground running a little more, especially with standard lanes for Mirwin. I thought that would be a bigger factor. Obviously, that wasn't to the point where they could walk away with it. Of course, they had a harder schedule, I suppose, so you can't put that too much on them. But just doing the eye test, I'm a little bit worried about some of their coordination on the Rift. So I'm a little bit worried for them, especially when we had very high expectations of them in Split 1.
Does make sense. A week to bounce back, obviously, from all this. Boukada, one team that you're looking forward to facing this split?
I mean, for sure, Casey.
Would it have been last year? People would have said G2. So I'm like, I'm happy to see a new revolution and maybe new teams.
Yeah, it's because I was in Casey Academy before the split. We had the chance to scream them a lot, and we got destroyed a lot.
There you go.
And also, I think Yake is a really good player. Like, he's best of 3 against Madlands was like insane. I thought he played super good, so I really want to face him and see how it looks in competitive, right?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes in official games. In a few weeks, you'll get this one. Boukada, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Merci beaucoup. Congratulations once again in your LEC debut. And Nymaera, thank you so much as well for this weekend. And that's all for us here. We'll be back next week. Do not forget, on the first day, on Saturday, we're back to the earliest time, 2 p.m. game start. We'll have 3 best of 3s to keep you guys busy with. Until then, please take care, rest well, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye, everyone.
So fun.
Getting that plate and trying to avoid the Q3, does get the pullback, or else it
Vladimir might be in trouble.
Out. Double bounce flash, still just gets cut out of the sky.
Look, Santi, flash, no flash.
I have a for you in 1 second.
You're the goat, Patrick, you're the goat.
Valorant going in, knocks back in the wall. front line. Literally, XQ gonna ult.
Oh yeah,
Literally gonna keep going. 1-1-3. He can't keep getting away with it. He can actually do no wrong.
TP from Adam. I think he might have done wrong. He might have been.
More relevant amidst the pit. They're gonna bet it all in this moment. Malrang is finally and he gets it.
We win the fight. I don't know flash. I'm gonna Kirky. Okay, nice.
Bro, this guy is so f***ing bad, bro. I'm laughing.
Panto no flash. No flash. If I can get. No flash, no flash. Victor. Oh, sorry.
No flash on Adam. Up at 20. Can't follow.
Not bad. Pantheon on the way in now too. Relevant's gonna go down 3 times in a row now.
It's Genex and he's just completed Leandre. He's also been knocked back, stunned up, and he's burnt to an absolute crisp.
We need Lapide? Yeah, I gonna feel. I zoned him. They're full zoned.
We can keep held down.
Yeah.
Good job.
Let's go on to Nash after this.
Yeah, Elder plus Nash.
Very good. Winning Genex. Should be okay. Builds up the queue, never mind. I thought Oscar was going to get knocked up.
Did Value's ulti or no?
No.
Look at the Yasuo, guys. Use the Yasuo. I push him out. We can take the gate. Go attack him, okay, guys? After killing him.
Push mid wave as well.
Nice. You can admit, guys. You can admit.
Yeah. I can kill it. No, I'm not sure if we can. We can. You can. 40 seconds.